What's up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and we are taking a look at some Battlefield 3 footage. And yes, we are flying in the F35. So a lot of people in the comment section have been asking for a video on the F35. So this is as close as we're gonna get with it. I actually haven't spent a whole lot of time with this jet, so I'm not the best at it. I will admit, but it's not too hard to know exactly what you need to do in order to be decent at it. So I'll try to pass along the tips that at least I've found so far. So what sets the F-35 apart from the other jets is the fact that it can hover in the air, so it can hover like a UAV or a helicopter. So you do this by throttling down. So instead of throttling up, you pull it in reverse. The nozzle goes from outward, which pushes you forward, to downward, which keeps you in the air. Now it is a little kind of iffy sometimes. Sometimes it seems like I keep on sinking even though I've got it throttled down. Sometimes I have to touch the ground and then all of a sudden it'll do good and push me back up. But you'll see what you can do with that right here is, if you know, can't stop yourself, use light poles definitely. But you can use the machine gun in order to try to take out enemies on the ground. And then if that doesn't work, just land on them. That'll work too. But if you are, decent with the jet and you get the hang of this, this could be a pretty deadly weapon. Now, of course, whenever you are sitting here hovering, you're definitely a big target that's just sitting there. Of course, if people are locking onto you, I've got flares, so I did a lot of dodging of missiles in this particular game, because I still love the flares. I still prefer them over anything else. So as far as this jet goes, you can land it, you can repair it. Now what you're going to notice right here is while I'm repairing the jet, I started getting shot at. I immediately jump in. I had repaired it enough, I felt, where I could get away. I just wanted to get back in, take safety, take cover. A lot of people, whenever they're sitting there repairing, if they're getting shot, they try to just wing it and try to stay out there to keep their vehicle alive. But really, I find that it's better overall to go ahead and jump in the vehicle, take cover. Hopefully that person will have to reload. While they're reloading, get back out and start repairing it again. And that way maybe you'll keep you and your teammates alive a little bit longer. Now, one thing that I didn't mention early on, which I should have, is this is hardcore mode. That's why you didn't see me going into third-person view in the plane earlier. I was sitting there playing this morning, and I was sitting there pressing the button. I'm like, why won't it let me go into third-person view? And I had forgotten that I had set the search engine to find me hardcore matches. I threw it in there with regular matches because I was just looking for a game of Wake Island, and I didn't care how I got it. But so I'm sure some people want to know, some big differences between hardcore and regular mode. First off, you may notice that there is no health meter. There's no way for you to know if you're almost dead or your vehicle's getting low on health. You have to rely on your experience and the feel of the vehicle, and also the sounds of the game, like I talked about earlier in other tutorials and videos as far as flying goes. So sounds make a big difference in the game. So this jet, if you can get it where it's eye level and you can not do like I'm doing a lot of times, and keep it somewhat straight where you can aim and see what you're looking at, then you can do a lot of damage. Now, as far as in the air dogfighting goes, this is not a good jet for dogfighting. This jet does not maneuver well at all at high speeds as far as turning goes. Now, it does go from hovering to good speed in a relatively short time, so that's a clear advantage. But when it comes to turning radiuses, you're going to be probably outdone in another jet. So you're not going to outturn them, but what you can do a lot of times is if you find yourself in a dogfight and somebody's chasing behind you, throw on the brakes, because this jet does come to almost a complete stop very fastly. So go ahead and throttle all the way down and just keep it pressed down. A lot of times they'll just zoom right by you, and then you can put on your afterburners, throttle it up forward, and then get in right behind them, and a lot of times you can take them out. So it's just going to, all depend on the situation and who's the better pilot. And so both jets have their, good and bad points. So one thing I want to mention real quickly, you're going to notice that I'm paying attention to the ticket counter. I see that we are low. We're probably going to lose at this point. But I do see that there's a possibility that we're going to capture 2 flags, and so therefore we're going to have a majority of the flags. And if we can keep a majority of the flags, there is a chance we could run them down all the way to 0. So at this point, if I'm revived, then I don't take away a ticket from my team. If I don't spawn, I don't take away a ticket from my team. So what you're seeing right here is I'm just sitting here watching the tickets, hoping that our guys on the ground can go ahead and make a comeback. So if you are interested in more Battlefield 3 videos, you want to watch the live streams. A lot of people have been asking me for live streams for a while now. Finally, I got it set up. So we had a good showing the other night. Had a lot of people on, had a lot of good discussion in the comment section. A lot of fun. So I look forward to doing that at least, once or twice a week, setting outside a couple of hours and doing that. So you can check out the link in the description box. Twitch TV. Yes, we came back and won. So you'll definitely want to follow me there. You can get email updates whenever I do go live. I will be going live a lot more than once or twice a week, but those times are definitely, I'm going to set a block of time to dedicate to you guys so I can interact with you and answer your questions or do whatever. So we're going to have a good time and look forward to you joining us there. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you learned a little something, you can throw down a like, a comment, let me know what you thought of it. If there's any other tips, tutorials, videos that you would like to see, list it below and I will see what I can do. Alright guys, that wraps it up for me. Thanks for watching.